Folks, it is day 18 of playing Minecraft every day for the month of July. Observer, when flew away, I have a little replacement Observer, but Observer's currently on break. I've got to go over to the end because the whole point of today isn't so much an achievement, but prepping for the biggest one in the game. I need to get a shulker into the overworld for how did we get here. And I don't currently have anything like that. So we're gonna have to go get that first. You might notice I finally have my gear back. While I was doing that, I'm gonna let the clip play out. Is this thunder? Is this thunder? It's thunder! It's thunder! I gotta get the channeling trident. Can I do it with Skytrader? Awesome! But then as soon as I did that, it was already gone. Is that it? That's already it? No. So I'm glad I caught it when I did. Dang. All right, what do we want to call the shulker? The Incredible Shulk. That's pretty good. All right, let's go. So the way that you do this, at least that I was seeing, is that you like get the thing in a boat, and then we're gonna use rails and stuff and trap it. Okay, let me test it, because I finally got looting on my sword again. Let me see if I can get myself closer to a beacon. That's kind of cool getting to see the nether portal off in the distance. Now I have like a little... You get to leave little reminders of the achievements that you did. I like the memory of it more than actually doing it. That was kind of miserable to get Uneasy Alliance. But I think that's, what's that saying? The stuff that makes you laugh in the moment can make you cry when you look back at it because you miss it, and the stuff that made you cry in the moment you can look back on and laugh. I think that's very true. This is a pretty weak example, right? It's just about Minecraft stuff, but I think there's definitely a point to that. What they did is they already just like set up the rails. Excuse me. Because it's gonna land there when I push it through. That's basically the spawn point for the end. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to go over to our end gateway. I know it's concerning. Anything that I do in the end, I just now have... That's very much the thing that, you know, made me suffer in the moment, now makes me laugh, right? This is a pretty close situation to an end gateway. I don't know how much better we could get than this. Because I already have paths built and stuff. What I have to do is I have to get one of these guys into a boat. As far as getting them into the boat, I don't know how you do that. I think you like spleef them into it. And then if I do that, nope. Will it just naturally get into the boat? I guess it's worth experimenting with. If I do this, I don't know their teleportation mechanics. Okay, well it broke the boat, so that's not... No, okay. Ow, yeah, I get it. Thanks. Oh, I didn't even search this one. We got diamonds and stuff. Okay, thanks for bringing me into here, fellas. Nifty. The death and stuff I could do without. We'll leave. If we're beta testing it, I'd drop the death and leave everything else. It's cleaner. Where? Kind of any of them to get. I could just drop them as soon as they teleport to it, but I don't know how to. Oh, there we go. We got one. That was much simpler than I thought it was gonna be. Now I think I can literally just ride it. All right, come on. The Incredible Shulkster. Dang it! Okay, well we know our first problem is that they can also break the boat. Okay. I just spleef it down so I don't have to worry about other shulkers, or should I just go kill the other shulkers? At least the ones that can see me. Where else am I getting shot from? Who's trying to mess with me? Is it you? I think it's you. What if you lost the ground that you stand on, huh? You wouldn't feel so powerful then. Man, this really, you do just a lot of floating when you're trying to get this. Ow. Good thing I got my feather falling boots. There's like a way to, yeah, you can like nudge the boat this way. If you like sprint and punch it, you can nudge the boat. See you later, Shulkster! Perfect. I think that's a good start right here. Because now at least it's on the ground. Probably should have just grabbed one of the ones from the door, but I don't think I had any there. Alright. Dang it! Wait, I can, do I have a lead? If I had a lead, I can, like, bring it up that way. I might in my end chest. Because this is something that the video I watched doesn't actually have, because this is leads were added more recently. I don't have any there. If I get a lead, I can pull it. So that was my day today. I woke up another late night, just doing thumbnails and stuff. And then I woke up and I was still pretty tired. And it's amazing how your brain gets into these kind of, in web design, they're called dark patterns. And the idea being that when it's so much easier to do certain things than it is to do others. It's kind of a manipulative design. And an example of that is it's much easier to get yourself into a subscription than it is to leave one. And things like that, I think your brain also does too. And I notice that with myself pretty often, is I'll be doing something, or I won't want to do something that I know is going to make me feel better, but just for some reason my brain is just surprisingly good at telling you no to doing stuff that helps. And getting out of bed is a big one of those, right? And so I knew if I just got out of bed and I went and took a shower, then I would just feel immediately better. And like that first initial thing of going to do something, I think could be pretty tough, especially if you're dealing with other things. But I don't know. I wonder if invisibility would help this. Trying to get this. If I could just make myself not seen by the shulker, if it would. There you go. Yeah, you can really launch this thing. But as soon as I got up, I ate something. I was already feeling loads better. And I think in life you don't have to get used to being uncomfortable. You just have to get used to being uncomfortable for little bits. And I think when people talk about mental toughness, they talk about it in like way too buzzwordy, intense of a way. I actually think that all you need is just, can you do something for, I don't know, a few minutes, right? Just 1 minute. Can you just give it 1 minute? And if you don't like it, like, stop. But 1 minute, you get going. And for me, you know, sometimes that's recording. There's some days where I just want to hang out and play other video games instead of this one, or you know, it's doing a thumbnail or reviewing an edit or whatever. Going to the gym is a big one. Dang it, it teleported out of the boat. Okay. It's bringing a shulker. Sometimes this is annoying. You know, I think I was knowing that this is going to be a tough task, and I thought, you know, maybe I'll just do something else. But no, you start going, and people are very much momentum-based, is what I've found. And once you start doing something, it's very easy to keep doing it. It's just hard to start something. An example I'll give is I go back and forth on cold showers. I think a lot of the people who talk about cold showers, they talk about it in a very annoying way. And I don't think, from what I've seen, there's nearly as much science as people claim. However, there was a video by a channel, Answer in Progress, which I think is great. They do, like, video essay stuff, right? And they talked about it, and their conclusion was cold showers, you know, whether or not the science is there and it does all this stuff that people are talking about with brown fat and all that, who knows? But when you do a cold shower, I guess we're bringing a friend. When you take a cold shower, you're doing something hard, and then you finish it, and then you feel better about yourself. And that's enough. You don't have to always look for health benefits or specific reasons as to why you like to do things. Sometimes just liking to do something is enough of a reason to do it. And I think particularly getting used to doing things that you might not start liking, you know, start doing things that are tough in these little micro ways every now and then is a really good way to build up tolerance for other stuff. It's kind of like microdosing snake venom until you're eventually safe to snakes. I've always heard that. I don't know anyone who's actually tried that. I guess I would have to make sure that the snake was okay with it too. That sounds kind of annoying to be used in someone else's journey of self-discovery. just being like the comedic sidekick in a rom-com. But an example that I have is there's this thing I own called a Shakti mat. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. I hope I am. I don't know. But it's a mat basically made out of spikes. And this mat, it's not acupuncture, because it's not actually going into your skin. It's called acupressure. And the idea of it is that you are essentially just, you lay on this for like 30 minutes, and it's supposed to help with getting blood flow into that area, and then you get used to that, and then you just, you know, you can use it for some form of meditation, right? And that's how I use it, is I like to use it before bed, or if I'm stressed out. And the thing about this is that it's not fun on the surface, right? It feels like you're laying on a bed of Legos. Have you ever stepped on a Lego? Imagine that, but across your whole spine. And it doesn't sound great, right? Ah, I got him through! Nice! That was good. It doesn't sound fun, but the way that I describe it for anyone who hasn't tried it is the first few minutes suck. Those are the worst. You're laying down to it initially, and it's just, your body's getting used to the fact of just being poked in a million different places on your back. And, oh, hello. You're over here now? No consistency. All right, we'll bring you over, come on. This actually should be easier, I think. If I pull it this direction, I think we're good. Stop shooting me. Yeah, there we go. And then just pull it this way. No! That's why we didn't name it. I guess we need regeneration potions was what someone suggested. So I'll go make splash potions of regeneration. It might... My people need me. Alright, come on, Enderman. We're gonna go find Observer. Wow. Wow, that sucks. Getting it through and then dying? Ugh. Okay, fine. Whatever. So the first few minutes, I usually do it, I'm listening to music, right? I'm listening to some kind of playlist. So the first song or two, that's the worst. After that second song, the blood rushes to your back and it starts to get this warm, tingly feeling. It's kind of surreal. And then maybe about 10 minutes in, then it's just fully comfortable. Your body's more used to adjusting for new stimuli than it is for existing. So you just kind of overlook it at a certain point, and then it's great. So I'm not trying to sell you on Shakti mats or anything, but I just think it's a particularly interesting example. The thing is that the more you do that, the more used to it you get. At least in my example, I feel like I get more and more used to it. Until eventually, I can apply that to other things in my life. Just go, okay, I know it's gonna start off and be bad, cleaning my room, whatever, but can I just make it 2 songs in? And oftentimes, yes. You know, I think people are pretty amazing when you put them to things, and I think, you know, in a lot of cases, yes, you actually can do the thing that you're nervous of doing. So that, to me, at least, has been a helpful little reminder. You know, I never would have thought when I wanted to be a Minecraft YouTuber growing up as a kid that this would be what I would be doing in Minecraft. I mean, for one, shulkers weren't in the game, right? So that makes it harder to visualize, but just also, it's amazing how many different eras of Minecraft there have been, right? Like, definitely the era that I watched the most was the mod era. You know, whether that was mod showcases by Sky Does Minecraft, or that was Tekkit from the Yogscast, their mod pack. Those were very much things that just, it seemed like you would just play mods. Because the game didn't have a lot at that time, and people were just more interested in what else could you do with the game. Adventure maps were a way bigger thing than they are now. Nowadays, I actually think a lot of videos, like a lot of the Minecraft but X or Y videos, those are more like adventure maps, than I think. Alright, I got that one hooked. That's good. They're more like adventure map videos to me, than actual speedruns. You know, especially when you look at the stuff that Crafty does, where they're just making an entire thing and then, you know, later selling it on Minecraft Marketplace. Like, those are that to me feels a lot like the Pumpkin Prince mod pack or stuff like, or adventure map. And I miss those. I remember how cool it was to just play this, you know, predefined story in Minecraft that way. Drop, drop, drop. There she goes. Whoa, there me not go. Ow. Okay. I think one of them just died. If I just pull it this way, will it go? Nope, it just made it right to the edge. It didn't jump in. If my friend was jumping off of a cliff, would you follow them? Apparently not this one. Whoa. Gotta keep flying with it. Oh, there we go. Awesome. I at least got a little bit of flying with it in this episode. That makes me happy. When I thought that I would be doing Minecraft stuff, I thought it'd be... I don't know, I guess I couldn't have figured any of this, but I'm also not sad about that fact. The dream was just to play this game that I love and do that as a job, and I very much have made that happen. I'm able to work with an amazing team that lets me live that dream, and like that's cool. Whether it was doing Minecraft lists or Minecraft, you know, challenges or anything, it was just, that was very much something that I wanted to do from a very young age. It's actually sort of surprising when people ask me, well, what would you have done if you weren't a YouTuber? You know, I most of the dream, since I remember watching old channels like Ryan Higa, the former biggest channel on YouTube, I remember being shown those videos very early on, old Smosh stuff, and just being like, wow, I can't imagine what it would be like to be a YouTuber. That was just so cool to me. I would watch YouTubers react and dream of going on that show. I would just search million subscriber play button unboxing and just look at the most recent videos for it. Cause I was like, I want to see what people, oh, we got another Enderman. Nifty. Ow. This way, folks. I guess actually this will help me float it up. This is kind of funny. Advance! Fly, my pretties! Oh, no. Die, my pretties. Ow. I mean, for one, I also think the older million subscriber play buttons just looked so cool. The ones that looked like the, whatchamacallit, like a gold record. That's awesome. I would love to get one of those. I guess at this point, let me get hit by it, because that's how I got it in. The first time. Come on. Come. Yeah! I really do not care. Okay. You are so inconsequential to this whole operation, Enderman. I hope you know that you're getting a free ride, quite literally. Let me start flying so I can. Yeah. All right, this feels better. And then it should. Yes, it worked. I was gonna say now it actually can go through while riding the boat. I don't have to break anything, and it's gonna go over to here. Oh yeah, baby. Let me kill the Enderman first. Okay, what blocks do we want to put it in? Quartz is kind of cool. Amethyst is pretty cool for this too. Crying obsidian, sure. Okay, we got some nice enough blocks. I think it'll be a gilded cage. But yeah, I would remember. I remember one time vividly. I was walking to the bookstore with my sister and my dad. And I asked them, this time I was, I don't know, stupid young, right? Like 12. And I asked them, will you subscribe to my channel when I make it? And they were like, my dad said, I'll subscribe when you're 1 subscriber away from 1 million. And my sister said, I'll subscribe when you're 2 subscribers away from 1 million. And I remember taking that at the time and being like, oh man. I remember hearing that and I thought, oh, they just don't believe in it. Dude, let me give credit where credit's due. They very much do believe and support my channel. My parents have watched every video that I've put out. My sister made the tokens that we gave away at VidCon. Like, they're all extremely supportive in ways that I couldn't have imagined them being. I don't want it to seem like they were dismissive. I mean, it's hard to, you know, I was an annoying kid and I was talking about, what about when I finally have a successful YouTube channel? It's like, okay, well, lay 1 brick and then you can tell me about your successful YouTube channel, right? Especially back then, 1 million subscribers seemed so much further away. I think with not only just YouTube growing, in a global sense than that, but also just because of shorts. What it means to get 1 million subscribers has definitely changed. There's a lot more people with 1 million subscribers nowadays, right? But in the day, I remember you could name everyone who had that on your fingers. And yeah, that's changed. And I don't think it's changed in a bad way. I think it's great that it's become, you know, a lot more, I suppose, accessible to become a YouTuber. I think Shorts is great for that kind of thing, but there's very much a different vibe, right? Like, I remember when a video would go viral back in the day, it was national news, right? Everyone I knew had heard about Rebecca Black Friday, and it, you know, at that point, it was like, oh, can you hear that it has 5 million hits? And they called it hits instead of views. And it was the worst video ever. It's worse than Justin Bieber's Baby music video. It's just so bad. And for one, undeserved criticism. It's not a good song. I think Rebecca Black is talented, but I just think it's a lot for anyone to dogpile on someone that young anyway. But also is that, you know, it's just amazing to me that could be a story. Like, oh, someone made a video you didn't like, and that was a story. What? How? You know, but I think about, you know, the question I get asked, even still, is what do I think I would do if YouTube wasn't a thing? And there's kind of multiple questions. There's multiple answers to that question depending on what people ask, right? If someone asks, oh, what would you do if your channel was gone tomorrow? And it's, you know, can I make another channel? Because if so, that. If I'm not allowed to do any channel, can I work for someone else's channel? Can I be a consultant or something? If none of those, then can I work in a digital video space? Because now it would probably be something along those lines, right? Like I would go and try to work in some digital ad agency or whatnot. But if it's really just nothing of that sort, then in that case, I suppose what I would want to be doing, you know, as a kid, I thought architect, because the Minecraft had building and architects had building. I thought, cool, okay. That was just something I was sort of told, because it's hard when you're family, you know, when you have a kid, and he's just, all he's wanting to do is just play video games, and especially Minecraft at that time. What do you say? And my dad said, maybe an architect. You know, you want to see them do something well, right? So I thought architect. When I was a young kid, I thought it would be some sort of singer. I love singing. I don't really get to talk about it, but I take singing lessons. I haven't been able to this month. As you might figure, it's a busy month. But I usually take singing lessons a few times a week. And I've done that for a bit over a year now. And I love it. I love singing. I love my singing teacher. She's great. It's very fun to have something else to do outside of just YouTube. You know, something else to improve at that isn't, you know, a metric-based system, right? And for me, singing's been that. And I love singing. I love karaoke. That's a lot of fun. I try to do some kind of thing outside of just my regular job. It's something that is in no way related, right? Like, even when I play other video games, I'm thinking about, oh, well, should I be playing Minecraft or something else for the channel? Should I be doing something for Skippy T? It's very easy to get into that idea when that's what you do, right? But to just have something that's completely separate from what I do, it's not something that I tie to doing to make, you know, any kind of income or whatever. It's not tied to my livelihood. It's very relaxing. It's kind of that third space theory, or third place theory, or whatever. It's very nice to have something like that. Okay, that's not the prettiest sell for it, but it does work. Can I do like... No, that doesn't work how I would want it to. Dang it! Sorry, that's not directed at you. Oh yeah, I made a new shulker! Okay, neat. I will still put this one in a boat, just because. Wait, this is the original? What? You made it out alive? Congrats, man. You're doing better than Futon. Futon apparently died in the rain. Someone said in the comments of the video, they were like, oh, he's gonna die if you leave him out in the rain. And, unfortunately he died because I left him out in the rain, so I guess we know how that went. You can be the most powerful Minecraft player in the world. You have levitation and you just feel like you just feel powerless. You feel like you have nothing to your name. Like, oh, okay, cool. I could just be shut down just like that. Just with uppies. Uppies is my greatest weakness. It ain't gonna be the prettiest cage for it right now, but I just need something. It's not pretty either, so I mean, the alternative's not great. Okay. Now it can't hit me. It kind of looks like a meteorite that crashed down to Earth. I guess that's sort of cool. That's like where you would go in Mario Odyssey to get the new levels. Let me sleep and then I'll figure it out. That was a remarkably well-timed spin. Did no one else notice that? That was awesome. Wish Observer was here. Observer would have noticed that. Wait a minute. I have an idea. Give me sand. And then now I can make concrete. Considering I want to do this for the roof, I am gonna have to convert it. Ta-da! That's kind of a Pokeball. Let me get, like, black glass. That's probably gonna look best. Say goodbye to the old foundation population of squids. Man, this must be really annoying to be trapped in a cell and just have all these other blocks as they're trying to decorate your cell fall around you. Like, could you make the decision before you put me in here for eternity, please? I mean, it's okay. I don't know. I'm not a builder. That's why I like all the build hacks videos, because I'm getting to see stuff that I could never, like, dream of doing in game. There is an amethyst stuck there. Is there a block? Did I leave any, like, just actual blocks in here so I can just pick that up and not have to worry about it? Let me just fly through. Let me fly through the hole. Ow. Yeah, I'll get hit by it. It's fine. Oh, you getting hit by it, though, is much worse. Stop it. Stop. Dang it! No! Oh, it made a new one. Okay, well, that's fine. Oh, look at what trying to make a pretty build does for me, huh? Now I've got shulkers all over the place. This sucks. Can I get you back in a boat? Ow. Okay, I guess you're fine. No, but it can teleport, right? Ah, dang it. I hate it. I hate that there's no solution. I can't make myself invisible to just dodge these. I just have to live with it. Most annoying mob. Go. Oh my god, I got the barbershop quartet here. I'll call you the Rat Pack, because you're all rats. You're filthy rodents. You should be left on the floor in New York. My pretty Pokemon ball build, it's not the best. I get it, right? Like, I'm gonna read the comments, and people will be like, that doesn't look good. And I'll be like, yeah, I agree with you. I understand. That's what I'll say. I'll say, I hear your complaint. I understand. We're listening to you. I don't know how to make it look better. Oh, we got 3 of them! We got 4 of them out here! They're killing each other. When will the cycle of violence stop? Stop! That's what I'm asking for. I'm asking for the cycle of violence to stop. That we have to stop. I don't know what to do, man. I just gotta start killing some of them. I'm not this interested in the shulker farm, if I'm being honest. Why is this one so mad? Yeah, this one's gonna die. I don't even have one in the Pokemon shell anymore. Ugh. You know what? We've got one in here, right? Wait, or is this one teleported? That one died too! They all died! I had like 6 shulkers here and they all died. You know, I've lost my stuff, I've lost all that. Building all of this and then having them all die, that hurts on a different level. Oh boy, man, that sucks. I gotta go bring it back. You know, earlier I was talking about mental toughness and stuff. I don't know how much more mentally tough I can be on this situation, folks. I'm gonna level with you. Okay. Lead. You know what, you give me levitation, at least I can, like, float with you, too. Yeah, see how you like it. Oh, you're gonna break the boat, you're gonna break yourself. You never learn. You never learn. Your life story is a footnote to me, buddy. Come on. You know, the only thing that can make you unique at this point is if you live. How about that one for a change? Why does it hurt? Oh, because I have thorns. Has that been killing it this whole time, is my thorns? I'm gonna be so sad. gonna be so sad if that's the reason I've been killing it. Did it just go into the... No, it landed on top. That's fine. That's more usable than not. I'm gonna call him Footnote. Take that one, Footnote. I just have to spleef you. That's all I gotta do, buddy. Give me in the boat. Give me in the boat. Give me in the boat. Fine, whatever. Okay, there you go. Ta-da! Yep. Leave me. Take me out. Take me out. I'm down. No. Why am I placing everything wrong? I'm getting sloppy. Finally! Congratulations, Footnote. Oh boy, okay. Well, Treasure Ruins is gonna take a while, so I'd rather just get started on that today, too. I think I just need Wayfinder for the achievement. Where was... I built like a weird structure around it. I remember when I was here with Jay, I built like a bunch of blocks next to where it came from. I guess I'll just scan the perimeter. There it is. Wow, I did not build it out of a very distinct block. It's the same as like most of the browns here. But here we are. Ta-da! Alright. Let's see if we can find anything. That's suspicious. That's a sherd. Oh no, that's glass. That's suspicious. But that's just seeds. Wow, one that's waterlogged is probably the worst that I could find. Dang it! My shovel might be too good for this. Can I get to like a not water part, please? Like if I do this? Okay, finally. Oh, did that break? That broke one. Yep. Oh, there's one! Which was that? Wayfinder! Yeah, baby! Okay, sweet. Awesome, well that's the one that we needed. Is there any other cool ones over down here? Oh, that's another one! I got 2 Wayfinders. Is that like the easier one to find? Well, I probably just broke one right there. I'll take a free lead. Went through a lot of them this episode. Alright. That's just another glass pane. Yeah. That looks enchanted. I think it's just, yeah, it's a candle, okay. But the heart piece? Yeah. Oh, that's another. That's a different one. Host, cool. I need Shaper, and then I think that's it. I'm kind of amazed there's no achievement for going to all of the structures. I guess they figure Adventure in Time already does that, but that doesn't guarantee an ancient city. I guess by the time you've done all the other achievements, it's kind of wrapped in there. But there's so many things that are like that. You'd think that they would have something. All right, I'm clearing a lot of good stuff. This is like playing Minesweeper. I guess I am sweeping up the mines, so there you go. I don't even know how big the structure is. I don't know how long this keeps going. That's a purple candle. Dang it! Oh my gosh, I'm breaking it. What's that one? Oh, the music disc! Nice! That's cool. Was that the last one I needed for smithing in style? I think legitimately so. Yeah, I think we can just leave now. Oh, hello, there goes the water. Nothing like doing a little deep cleaning in there, huh? Oh, wait, I need spire and snout. We'll have spire. I need snout and rib. Well, then in that case, we still have a ways to go. I'm gonna have to go track down some nether fortresses and bastions tomorrow. And with that, folks, this is where we're at with the image. Thank you so much for watching day 18, and I will see you tomorrow on the 19th. And have a good one, all right?